Norbit's story begins not in a typical home, but in a place of misfit warmth, the Golden Wonton, a Chinese restaurant that doubles as an orphanage. On a quiet afternoon, a baby is left at its doorstep, bundled in a worn blanket with only a note attached. Mr. Wang, the sharp-tongued, brutally honest caretaker of the orphanage, discovers the infant. He names the child Norbit and raises him alongside the other children. Mr. Wang's parenting style is anything but conventional. He mixes Chinese proverbs with cynical observations, often confusing or scaring the children, but he keeps them clothed and fed. For Norbit, the gruff exterior is softened by the company of the other children, especially one little girl who changes his world, Kate. Kate entered the orphanage with bright eyes and an open heart. She immediately befriends Norbit, who is shy and unsure of himself. Where others tease him for his awkwardness, Kate encourages him. They spend days playing, sharing meals, and whispering their dreams at night. Norbit finds in Kate not just a friend, but his first family. They promise to stay together forever, a pact sealed with childhood innocence. But forever doesn't last. One day, a couple arrives and adopts Kate. Norbit watches helplessly as his best friend, his only source of comfort, is taken away. The image of Kate leaving burns into his memory, leaving a hole nothing else can fill. Life at the orphanage continues, but Norbit is never the same. Without Kate, he retreats into himself. His lack of confidence makes him a target. Bullies push him around, and Norbit rarely fights back. During one of these encounters, another figure enters his life, Rasputia Lattimore. Rasputia is big, bold, and terrifying. She sees Norbit being picked on and steps in, not out of kindness, but because she decides she wants him. To everyone's astonishment, Rasputia declares Norbit her boyfriend. At first, Norbit doesn't know what to do. She is loud, controlling, and possessive, but she shields him from bullies, and for a boy desperate for protection, it feels like safety. As years pass, Rasputia's grip tightens. By adulthood, they are married. Their relationship is far from loving. Rasputia is domineering, jealous, and quick to anger. She mocks Norbit's timid nature, calls him names, and constantly reminds him how lucky he is to have her. The Lattimore brothers, Big Jack, Blue, and Earl, enforce her power. Menacing and violent, they run a construction business and use intimidation as easily as breathing. Norbit, terrified, does whatever Rasputia says. Daily life becomes a prison. Norbit wakes to Rasputia's demands, runs errands for her, and works at the Lattimore's company, where he is bullied further. Whenever he dreams of something better, Rasputia crushes his hopes. Her words cut deep, reinforcing every insecurity he had since childhood. Fate stirs again when Kate returns. Years have passed, and she is now a strong woman with ambitions of her own. She has come back to buy the Golden Wonton from Mr. Wang, hoping to turn it into a community center. For her, the orphanage is a place of memories, and she wants to give children the shelter she once found there. When Kate sees Norbit again, his heart nearly stops. The years melt away, and he remembers every laugh and every promise. For the first time in decades, he feels hope. But his joy fades when he learns Kate is engaged to Dion Hughes, a slick former classmate. Dion presents himself as charming, but Norbit senses something false. Indeed, Dion conspires with the Lattimore brothers. Together, they plan to seize the orphanage property and turn it into a strip club, a scheme that would destroy Kate's dream and give them control of the town. Norbit is caught between fear and love. Rasputia's jealousy is volcanic. She spies on him, interrogates him, and threatens violence if he looks at another woman. But Kate awakens everything good inside him. She reminds him of who he was before Rasputia, before he gave up. Being with her brings laughter back, along with the possibility of love. As Norbit and Kate reconnect, Rasputia becomes suspicious. She glimpses their interactions and unleashes her fury. The Lattimore brothers warn Norbit not to cross them. Fearful, Norbit tries to keep his head down, but his heart betrays him. He cannot deny the feelings he has for Kate. Kate begins to notice Dion's cracks. His arrogance slips through, his obsession with money becomes obvious, and she questions whether he is the partner she truly wants. Her moments with Norbit feel genuine, filled with kindness Dion can't fake. The tension builds as Kate's wedding approaches. Dion and the Lattimores accelerate their plan, pressuring Wong to sell the orphanage. Norbit, desperate to stop them, sneaks around to gather proof. His timid nature makes every step nerve-wracking, but his feelings for Kate give him courage. Dion works with the brothers, confident he'll win. Behind closed doors, he makes it clear that he doesn't care about Kate's vision. For him, marriage is only a path to money and property. Meanwhile, Norbit struggles under Rasputia's watch. Her jealousy escalates the closer he gets to Kate. She monitors him constantly, suffocating him. Yet every smile from Kate chips away at his fear. Small acts of defiance emerge. Norbit pushes back at insults, hesitates at orders. Each act is a crack in the walls Rasputia built around him. Kate notices the change, seeing glimpses of the kind boy she once knew. Still, Dion distracts her with gifts and promises of stability. The brothers grow more aggressive, pressuring Wong to sell. He refuses, mocking their threats, but knows the danger of crossing them. Norbit watches helplessly, torn between fear and loyalty. The turning point arrives when Norbit overhears Dion and the Lattimores plotting. He listens as they plan to marry Kate, seize the orphanage, and convert it into a strip club. Kate's dreams and their shared childhood home are at stake. For the first time, his love outweighs his fear. He sneaks into their office, fumbling through papers in tense and comedic fashion, and finds proof. But Rasputia corners him, furious. She threatens to destroy him if he speaks to Kate again. For a moment, he falters. Then he remembers Kate's kindness and tells Rasputia no. The wedding day arrives. Kate walks down the aisle, unsure. Dion smiles, confident in his plan. The Lattimore brothers wait in the background. Then the doors burst open. Norbit stumbles in, terrified but determined. He holds up the evidence, exposing the scheme. Chaos erupts. The brothers charge him, but Norbit refuses to back down. He fights, rallies the townspeople, and even Mr. Wong joins in. Rasputia barrels in, but Norbit is no longer under her control. In the whirlwind of comedy and chaos, Norbit stands his ground. The timid orphan transforms into a man who finally believes he is worthy of love. By the end of the brawl, the Lattimores are humiliated, Dion disgraced, and the plan destroyed. Kate, shaken but relieved, turns to Norbit. She sees that despite everything, he has always loved her purely. Tears fill her eyes as they embrace, their childhood promise fulfilled. With the villains defeated, the orphanage is saved and transformed into the community center Kate dreamed of. Rasputia and her brothers, humiliated, are forced out of town. In the final moments, Norbit and Kate stand outside the Golden Wonton, now filled with life and laughter. The journey has been painful, but it has brought them where they always belonged, together. Norbit smiles not nervously, but proudly, as a man who has faced his fears and won. The story of Norbit is one of transformation. A man once unworthy of love found the courage to stand against cruelty, reclaim his life, and fight for the woman he always loved. It is a tale of resilience wrapped in outrageous comedy, where laughter hides lessons about confidence, kindness, and love. Norbit Nolan, once the orphan left on a restaurant doorstep, ends the story not abandoned, not controlled, but free, holding hands with Kate, ready to face the future with courage he never knew he had.